Korea and Japan, on the trail of Oriental ceramics that have graced the homes of Korean kings and samurai warriors. Fascination for the secrets of their origins has created some novel tours for art lovers.
I'm looking to see the actual sites where the ceramics were made, especially here in Icheon, the kilns and the ceramic technology.
Just 45 minutes from Seoul, Icheon is the center of ceramic culture in Korea.
There are basically 2 or 3 reasons why this area is very renowned. First one is clay. The best clay, the kaolin, which is a special clay you use to make porcelain, is found in abundance. The second reason is pine trees. Pine trees are especially good because when you're using the kiln, pine trees burn for a long time. The ash doesn't fly around too much. And the third reason is you have the royal family living around here beforehand, so it made sense to have the royal kilns and everything else close to them too.
The Haegang Ceramics Museum is named after the artist who started a revival for the fine jade green celadon with its elegant lines and flying cranes, the symbol of longevity. Korean experts have an interesting philosophy when evaluating a classical masterpiece.
When you start looking at the science, it's not perfectly balanced. One reason is this piece most likely was not made on a wheel. Because this piece is so heavy, they could have used something called the coiling technique, where they take coils of clay and they put it on top and then they pat it. But it also reflects the mentality of how they're creating things. Koreans realize that everything is not perfect, society is not perfect. Therefore, why should our ceramics be absolutely perfect?
Perfect, that's right.
Something you'll be glad to know as you struggle with your first hands-on experience. Taking in one of the annual exhibitions in the region, it's hard to imagine how some of these wonderful teapots and sauce containers were made. From Icheon, you can travel across the Korean peninsula to visit Gyeongju, the old capital of the Shilla Kingdom. Artifacts excavated from the royal tombs are now housed in the museum. Gyeongju could well be the birthplace of Japanese porcelain, and it's this intriguing story that takes us to our next destination, the island of Kyushu in Japan.
Japan invaded Korea twice. It was the end of 16th century, and the samurai took many potters from the Korean peninsula to Kyushu because Kyushu and Korea are very close.
Impressed by the quality of Korean ceramics, the emperor had the potters brought to the village of the secret kilns, known today as Imari. Here, high in the mountains of the Saga region, they created beautiful porcelain for the imperial court.
This grave is for the no-name potteries almost 400 years ago.
After visiting their graves, wander the streets of Imari, where the chimneys of the Nabashima hand kiln still stand.
Okawachima, Imari City, was originally built in 400 years ago, but now it was renovated, so you can go shopping at the various kinds of galleries and shops.
The prices are a shopper's dream, and in nearby Arita, you'll discover some very familiar blue and white European designs that in fact you may be surprised to know originated here. The whole process is fascinating, and not surprisingly, the Arita pottery courses are popular with both locals and visitors.
Oh, it's been fantastic. Yeah, my classmates are really great people, and it's a great way to get to know Japanese people in a more casual, comfortable atmosphere.
Kilns are generally built for the use of the whole community, and when a firing takes place, there are traditions to uphold. Final stop on the pottery trail is Onta, in the region of Oita. Dried clay is placed under a Chinese pestle, where it's pounded by a hollowed-out pine tree, fueled by mountain streams.
Onta village produces pottery ware. It's a kind of earthenware, more simple, more frugal in countryside.
The skilled farmer potter uses a kick wheel, and the Hakimi brushwork and Tobikana incised decoration are his hallmark, traditions that have resulted in the potteries being declared a national heritage property. This visitor's first effort is more likely to be classified as a national disaster. For more information, visit our website on topoftheworld.net.